And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Fluency Fundamentals series, this is the class where you work on the basic vocabulary you need in different topics so that you can become fluent, the fundamentals of fluency. And today we're going to work our class will be all about everyday expressions. What are those everyday expressions that make you sound like a native speaker? If you're not sure, all that will change. This hour on Verbling, we'll go over the expressions, words, and phrases that you need to build a conversation and sound natural. By the end of this lesson, we'll also have lots of fun and a little role play where you'll put the expressions into use. So all of that and more coming up in just a moment. But first, if you click on a little introduction, if you click on the link in the Verbling chat window, it'll take you to my profile page. Let me see if I can put that on screen for you. What you see right, where is it? Here. There you go. And there you can follow me to see my upcoming group classes. Right now it's still loading. Give it a second. There we go. Oh, it's really slow today. There we go. So you can click the follow button and you should get notified of my upcoming classes. If you don't, let me know because it means maybe something's wrong and we have to fix it, but you should. And of course, you can book a class or a package for private tutoring. In private tutoring, I will work with you to create a personalized learning plan to help get you to your specific goals in English as soon as possible. So if you're interested, send me a message and we will get started. Let's take a look at the material for today. Here's the presentation for everyday expressions. At any point you want to go forward or backwards in the material or see something up close, just click on this link in the Verbling chat window. You can open that up in your browser. All right, so let's get started. I think the problem was because we ran a little late, no one knows that the class started. It's just you, Giancarlo. Are you there, Giancarlo?
Yes, John. Good morning.
Because actually we have a lot of people signed up, but I think what happens is if I'm late, the class disappears from the calendar and then no one knows that it's running. But hopefully they'll see it and they'll come on in as well in just a moment. I hope so. Hey, look at that. Does this picture look familiar to you at all, Giancarlo?
No, it isn't. Well, in a certain way, it is familiar.
Does it remind you of a particular painting by any chance?
A particular one?
I'll show you. Sunday and the. Give me a second here. Let's see if you can compare. Oh, give me a second here. Take a look at this. Oh no, that's not the one I wanted. I clicked the one with the Simpsons. Wait a second. It's not the one I wanted to click on. There you go. Take a look at that. There's the original.
And are they in the park by who painted this one?
This one is Georges Seurat, who is a French Impressionist painter. So this is the late 19th century. And here is the updated modern version of it. And what do you notice about the people in this picture? What kind of people are they? What's that magic word from yesterday?
It's they are everyday.
Do you see any hipsters?
No, I don't see. I don't see a hipster here in this picture.
Even the woman with all those tattoos? Really? Oh, I thought you were going to say hipsters. That's why. This This is Sunday in Battery Park in Brooklyn, I guess. Or this isn't Battery Park. This isn't. It is Battery Park. I lived in New York like half my life and I can't remember. Anyway, they're in Brooklyn looking at Manhattan. So this is a play on the George Seurat painting. These are everyday people doing everyday things. That's what I was trying to show you here. I thought you were going to say hipsters because it's Brooklyn. That's the home of the hipsters. I just wanted you to say the word hipsters. That's all I wanted. You learned it. And by the way, what's the new word we learned today? The people who do Sudokus. Do you remember the word that began with a G?
With G, what word is like?
Uh-oh, you forgot. The word from today was geeks.
Geeks. Yes, geeks.
And you've got geeks, and you've got hipsters. So,
hipsters and geeks.
What more do you need? You've got the two best words in the language to describe people. Okay, let's take a look. We're gonna spend the first 10-15 minutes just learning everyday expressions. Probably you know these, okay? But if we're gonna draw attention to them and make sure that you've got exactly, because these aren't things that you normally learn in a lesson. They're things that you just sort of pick up by living in a place. So we're gonna make sure that they're very accurate. Then, the next 10-15 minutes, we're going to be applying what you learned to different activities. And at the end, the last 15 minutes or so, we're going to be using them in a speaking activity where you'll be using them fluently. If we have time, we'll do a little reflection at the end about what was new, what was interesting, that kind of thing. So let's take a look. I've got several expressions here. What I'd like you to do is just see if you can take an educated guess. These are conversation building expressions. Take an educated guess and match them up with the meaning or the function that they serve in a conversation. So first, read through the expressions on the left, then see if you can match them on the right.
Yes, that reminds me.
Read through them first. It's a little easier. Get them in your memory. So A, that reminds me. B,
as I was saying. C, if you ask me. D, talking of. E, as you say. F, come to think of it.
Good. Any of these new for you? Are they all familiar?
They are familiar, some of them, but for example, if you ask me, talking of, as you say, come to think, the last one is not familiar with me, come to think of it.
Okay, so we're going to work it out from a process of elimination. So number one, takes the conversation back to an earlier point. What do you think is the best match?
That reminds me, I think.
That reminds me. Well, hang on a second. Is there another choice? Because that reminds me could be interpreted in another way.
Oh, yes, as I was saying, right?
Exactly. Now, here the S in as I was saying is really a Z. As.
As.
That's it. As I was saying.
As I was saying.
That's it. That's it. Okay, so actually that's the right answer because that reminds me is not an earlier point in the conversation. It's an earlier time in the past. So it's a little bit different. So I agree with you. Your second choice is better. One is, as I was saying. What about repeats and confirms something someone already said?
Letter E, as you say.
Good. As you say, geeks are people geeks are important people too, just as important as hipsters. So I'm confirming your opinion about geeks and hipsters. Look at number 3, starting a new topic but linking it to a previous one or to a present one. So you have linking topics. So imagine you bring up something out of the blue.
Yes, right. It is letter A, that reminds me.
Or I could say, oh, Speaking of reminding me, did I tell you the story about how my uncle used to remind me of the times tables? So for number 3, to make a link, I would go with D, talking of.
Oh, come to think of it.
No, D, talking of.
Yeah, talking of, sorry.
Right? So it's like a little bridge. Whatever word or phrase you used, I reuse it, but I use talking of to make that bridge between the first conversation and the new conversation. So you say geeks, and I say, oh, talking of geeks, did I introduce you to my cousin? He's a geek. So D is like a little bridge, starting a new topic.
Oh, yes, because we are linking the idea, right?
Exactly. We're linking the two ideas together. They've got nothing to do with each other. Okay, let's take a look at number 4. If you want my opinion, even if no one asked for it, what would you say is the best one?
My opinion, even if no one asks you. If you ask me, letter C.
If you ask me, exactly. So number 5, something in the conversation reminds you of something important. Oh, that's easy.
Letter A, that reminds me.
That reminds me. So again, you're bringing up a new topic, but this time the link is very clear. Okay? And last one, number 6, something in the conversation makes you realize there may be a problem or a query about something. And this one is easy because there's only one left. There's only one that we haven't used.
Is C, right? If you ask me.
It is, oh, but we use that. We used C.
Yes. Talking of, come to think of it.
Come to think of it. Something in the conversation makes you question something. Oh, come to think of it, right? Oh, come to think of it. Why did he wear his underwear over his head? Come to think of it, that was strange behavior. I don't know. I'm just making something up. Okay, so you've got them all right. Basically, as I was saying, takes the conversation back to an earlier point. As you say, confirms. Talking of, links to a new topic. If you ask me, that means you didn't ask me. I'm just giving you my opinion. That reminds me, that's reminding you of a point in the past. Come to think of it, something in the conversation. Well, actually, I should have put the answers on the screen. I'm sorry. Come to think of it, something in the conversation makes you realize there's a problem. And you've got some examples on this slide too. As I was saying, I haven't seen her for years. As you say, we'll have to get there. We'll have to get there early to get a seat. Okay? We've actually got 2 more sets of vocabulary words before we practice. So let's jump right ahead. But remember, go back to slide 4 if you want to see these, if you want to see an example. Here, I've created a little word web. You've got the keywords in the center, this and that, but you've got the way in which those keywords are used going around it in different ways. So this is it, that's it, this and that, this, that, and the other, and that's that. Each of these are expressions. So again, Giancarlo, without a context, you're going to make an educated guess based on your experience. Don't expect to get it right, by the way. It's not that easy, but let's try it. Number 1, how do you express various unimportant matters? What do you think is the best answer there?
Various unimportant matters.
Each of those is
that, and the other.
Various unimportant matters, this, that, and the other. Very good. Very good. Give me a second. Oops, I need to open this in my computer because I can't see everything on the screen. Give me just a second. There we go. Okay. Various important matters. And you're absolutely right. It's the other that's the giveaway there. So that's how you know it's various. Okay, very good. Expression that means something is agreed, settled, finalized.
That's it.
That's it. That's the end of the conversation. So that's it. We're going to swim. We're going to swim from Mexico to Portugal. That's it. We've decided. It's settled. Number 3, the last thing. I can't see what that says. The last. Oh, wait, I can't see this on the screen. Give me a second. Sorry. Oh, the last thing we've finished. There's a little mistake there. I should say finished.
The last thing we've finished is this is it.
I'll give you a little hint here.
Yes, please.
Number 2 and 3. Number 2 and 3 are very similar. Number 2 could be more than one answer. So when you get to number 3, you've got to realize that you might already have said this before.
That's the last thing we finished. Is
it's a little bit difficult, actually. We'll back to it in a second because it's a bit confusing. Go on to number 4. This is an important point. This is the important point that I want to get to.
This is it.
This is it, right. So let's go back to 2 and 3 for a second. 2 could be that's it, but 2 could also be that's that. Well, that's that. That means all the business is finished. So that's that. I just have to pay the tax office. There's nothing I can do about it. That's that. It's like saying it is what it is. I don't know if you've heard that expression. It is what it is. What it is. Same thing. It means you've got to look at the situation and accept it as reality. It is what it is. That's that. But number 3 can only be that's it. Because what you're going to say in a conversation is, oh, that's it. That's what I meant. You've understood me. Okay? So number 2, I could see how you could choose that's it. But for number 3, that's it. It's really the only answer. Okay? So just to summarize what we learned here, this is it, an important point. That's it. That's the last thing we finished. Or you've understood me. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. This, that, and the other, unimportant matters. You know, we did this, that, and the other, nothing special. That's that. It's settled. Well, I had to pay the IRS. That's that. Nothing I can do about it. It's settled. Okay, any questions about these so far?
No.
Yeah.
No. The one that is most used in English is that's it, because I haven't heard that's that.
That's that. But these are all really, really common.
Okay.
Really common. So don't think one is used more than the others. They're all used. That's that. Okay, one more set here. This set of words are not keywords. These are common expressions for modifying a statement that you make. For example, well, it's the same thing. You've got a definition and you've got the beginning of a sentence. So let's do this. Let's first match up the meaning, the definition, to the expression, and then I'm going to give you a sentence to try it out on your own. Okay? So first, sorry, I'm getting sort of strange noises in the background. Oh, maybe it's just on my side. First, Giancarlo, read through our choices from A to F. Make sure it's clear. Okay?
Yes.
Just read through them once.
A, if all else fails.
Good.
B, if the worst comes to the worst. C, when it comes to. D, as luck would have it. Oh, difficult one. As luck would have it. E, what with one thing and another. And F, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, good. Any of these completely unfamiliar to you?
Yes, yes, most of them.
Oh, okay. That's good.
That's
That
bad.
means, no, that's good. That means we're going to learn something new. Okay. So look, if these are unfamiliar to you, you're not going to be able to match them up very easily. Okay, but let's try. Let's just give it a minute. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. As a result of bad luck, what's your guess?
As a result of bad luck, maybe D, as luck would have it.
Of course, you've got luck in the definition. As luck would have it, as luck would have it, and then you have to, I'm going to give you a sentence as an example after we do this. But you're right so far. Okay. The next one is, as far as it affects me, or from my point of view.
As far as it affects me from my point of view. It is when
It's basically like saying, in my opinion.
as far as I'm concerned.
Correct. As far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, from my point of view. That's right. Okay, very good.
Mm-hmm.
What about because of a lot of different circumstances? Because of a lot of different circumstances. This one you probably won't know.
Maybe letter E, what with one thing and another?
Okay, that's actually right. What with one thing and another. In other words, for all these reasons, I wasn't able to do something. What with one thing and another, I wasn't able to do it. Okay, very good. Number 4, if the situation gets very bad indeed.
If the worst comes to the worst.
Excellent. That's it. If worst comes to worst, or if the worst comes to the worst. In American English, we say it without the. We say if worst comes to worst. If worst, I should say, comes to worst. So you
If
can say it with,
worst comes to worst.
exactly. Say it without the in American English.
Oh.
But anyway, but it's the same. It doesn't matter. You can say it either way. Number 5, in the matter of. So that's the definition. In the matter of. So this means, this is sort of like regarding, concerning.
If all else fails.
Nope, try again.
When it comes to.
When it comes to, right. If something, no one wants to pay taxes. When it comes to taxes, no one wants to pay. When it comes to money, no one has any. That means concerning money, regarding money. Okay, and that only leaves one left, which is if nothing else succeeds. If nothing else succeeds.
If all else fails.
If all else fails. That's it. If all else fails. Fails. Repeat that. Fails.
Fails.
That's it. Very good. Very good. You got the idea. I'll tell you what. Let's go right to the exercises here. You've got a lot to remember. By the way, here are examples. You could take a quick look. If worst comes to worst, we'll have to cancel the holiday. If all else fails, we could fax them. That means if the internet doesn't work. What with one thing and another, I haven't had time to reply to her letter. Because of all the things that happen, I haven't had time. When it comes to restaurants, this town's not that good. There's no good restaurants. As far as I'm concerned, we can eat at any time. In my opinion, there's no right time. As luck would have it, she was out when we called. It was bad luck that we weren't home when she called. Okay, any questions so far?
Well, are they really common in your language, in English, John? I mean,
Very common.
do you use them in an everyday situation?
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can go to, for example, you can look up frequency lists. You can look up frequency expressions or frequency keywords, and you'll see that these come up in everyday speech. So things that come up in the first 100, or it's really the first 500 out of a list of millions of words and expressions. The ones that come up in the top 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, those are the ones that we consider common. And they do that by sampling the language in newspapers and other places, and they determine these lists. Right? So if you look up a frequency list for everyday expressions or for expressions, you'll see that these are in the top. Anything in the top, couple of thousand are important, but anything in the top 500 are really important. And I can tell you from experience, absolutely, these are common. Everyone uses them. They're fixtures of the language. So let's try them out. Let's try a simple fill in the blank. Complete the fixed expressions in the sentences as far as possible without looking. This is the left-hand page, but this is not a book. Without looking back. So let's see how many you can remember. You've got a keyword there. Come is your keyword. Can you remember the rest?
Come to think of it.
Come to think of it. Very good.
I don't remember giving her key. I'd better ring her and check just in case.
That's it. That's it. So give me just a second here. Okay, got it. I was just looking if I put the answers for you, and I think I did put the answers in the back of the book, in the back of the presentation. I'll have to put them later. Anyway, I'm sorry. So you said, come to think of it, I don't remember a key. Perfect. Keep going.
Number 2, if the economy is going to get much worse before it gets any better. If you ask me.
Very good. If you ask me, the economy is going to get worse before it gets better. In other words, if you want my opinion. That's right. If you ask me.
If you ask me, the economy is going to get much worse before it gets any better. Yes. Number 3, holidays. Have you got any plans for next year? It's going to be expensive.
Notice that this is a question about a new topic. Notice that it's a question. So how did we introduce a new topic before?
Okay, holidays. You have any plans next year? It's going to be expensive.
Remember the idea of linking a word or phrase to a brand new topic that doesn't have anything to do with what came before. How did we make that link?
If you ask me, no.
Nope, because we used that already.
Yes.
Imagine for a second that I said to you, well, I've been very busy, but we all get in Europe, we all get a month of holidays. In America, we don't get those kind of holidays. So, that's something to look forward to. And, well, I took my dog to the vet. But I mentioned the word holidays. That's your link. You've got a new idea you want to talk about, a new topic. So how do you link from my topic to your topic using the keyword holidays?
Talking of.
Very good. That's it. Talking of holidays. That's it.
Talking of holidays, have you got any plans for next year? It's going to be expensive.
Well, that's expensive. That's the next one. That's number 4.
I'm sorry. Yes. Number four, it's going to be expensive. Yes, it'll be fun and a great opportunity, but as was but as I was saying,
Could be,
or another possibility,
but
as you
it's
say.
as you say, right? Because
But
it's person A who mentioned it.
yeah, an opportunity, but as I say,
But as
but,
you say,
but what is the difference? But as I was saying, and
because person B wasn't saying it, person A was saying it. So it's got to be as you say,
yes, you're right.
right?
Yes, yes, it's a conversation. Yes, it's going to be expensive. Yes, it'll be fun and a great opportunity, but as you say, it will be expensive.
That's
Yes,
it.
number five is that I have a message for you from Sid. That reminds me.
Very good. That reminds me, I have a message for you from Sid. That reminds me is correct.
Yes, that reminds me. And number six. Mm, yes, is present continuous. As I was saying, I mean past continuous. As I was saying, no,
That's correct.
interrupted us. We plan to extend the house next spring. Yes.
As I was saying, because it says before, right? Because I was talking about this topic earlier. As I was saying, before, oh, no, before is for the next clause. Never mind. That's not a good clue. But anyway, your answer is right. As I was saying, before the postwoman. Oh, no, no, it is a good clue because before refers to our conversation from a moment ago. So, yes, yes, that is a good clue. As I was saying, before the postwoman interrupted us, we plan to extend the house next spring. I'm returning to an earlier point in the conversation. That's it. So you got them all right. Maybe the difficulty here was just talking of holidays. That was a link to a new conversation. Talking of holidays. Okay? Take a look at this one. Here's a dialogue between person A and B. Person A is the baldie there. Person B is the woman. And let's see. I'm going to be A. Tell me if, let's see if you can get the right key expressions. Which of the expressions with this or that, only with this or that, would be most suitable for the second part of the dialogue? Okay, so think back to those expressions. And don't forget, you can also return to this page, slide 5, if you really want to review. This is it, that's it, this and that, this, that, and the other, and that's that. Okay, but let's try it. What were you and Lindsay talking about?
Is let's say talking about. Oh, so I need to invent a sentence using an expression, right?
Not at all. You just have to go back and use one of these expressions. This
Okay.
is it, that's it, this is that, this, that, and the other, and that's that. You don't have to say anything else except for those.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go
Yes.
back here. What were you and Lindsay talking about?
Maybe this, that, and the other.
Oh, this, that, and the other. Don't forget the O. Oh, this,
Oh,
this.
oh, this, that, and the other.
Exactly.
It means nothing important.
It means nothing important, correct.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, how many more?
No more actually, no more actually this and that.
This and that? Uh-oh.
Or no, no,
Hang on a
actually,
second. Hang on a
no, no, no,
second.
no, it's actually that's it.
That's it. Right. We're at the bar. You've already had 25 cervezas, and I said, "How many more are you going to have?" And you say, "No more. That's it." In other words, you're finished.
Yes, because we have the word no more. Yes,
Exactly.
that's it.
Good, good, good. Look at number 3. The most important thing is that nobody's happy. What a weird sentence.
The most important thing is that nobody's happy.
Shouldn't it be the most important thing is that nobody's unhappy? It's kind of a strange sentence, but we'll go with it. Well,
The most important thing is
the
that
most
nobody.
important thing that I'm talking about is that nobody's happy. That's what people have got to understand. And you agree with me.
Yes, well, this is it.
This is it. I agree with you. This is it. This is the point. Think about it like this. This is it is the same as that's the point. You know that expression. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Ah, okay, this is it. That's the point.
That's it. Okay. Number 4. Okay, I'll take our decisions to the committee.
Right. So
Our
that's
meeting
that.
is good. That's it. That's it. So that's that then. Thanks.
So that's that then. Thanks. So
Because
that's that.
there's nothing more for us to discuss. We've made our decisions. So that's that. Very good. Okay, I think you're getting the hang of this pretty well. Yeah, one more here. Okay, I've got a little word web like we saw earlier. See if you can complete this network or word web of everyday expressions with now. Now, as with this, that, and hang on just a second here, because did we do the now expressions at the very end? Uh-oh. Oh, we didn't do the now expressions. You know what? There's a little mistake here because I didn't introduce these earlier. Okay, so here, you're going to have to make an educated guess because in the earlier part, that slide is actually missing. But don't worry. Well, I want you to make an educated guess. So look, your keyword is now, and based on your knowledge of English, what expression can you use with now that means the same as occasionally? What expression with now can you use that means to attract attention because you're going to say something? What expression can you use with now that means immediately? It's also used to emphasize your points. Okay? So you haven't seen this before, but based on your experience, what 3 expressions would you fill in that word web?
By the way,
That doesn't have now in it. It's got to have the word now.
now,
So
right now,
right now, for which one?
right now, it's immediately.
Correct. That's very good. Right now. And you can also, as an alternative, you can also say here and now. There are 2 possibilities there. Right now or here and now. We'll see an example in a second. Okay? Now we got to do
Okay.
occasionally and also to attract attention because you're going to say something. Occasionally and about to speak.
Yes. Here and now. Attention.
How would you say that you do something occasionally?
Occasionally.
I can't say I do it, I'm doing it now, because that doesn't mean occasionally. So if I'm doing it right now, I'm doing it while speaking. So what's the opposite of that? I do it occasionally.
Rarely.
But it's got to have the word now in it.
Right now,
Give you a little hint. Look in the chat window.
every day another. No.
It's got to
No.
have now. One of those blanks is a now.
Every now.
And?
Every day and now.
No. Every now and then.
Every now and then.
Every now and then is the expression. So right now, in the moment of speaking, every now and then means occasionally. And what about when you're about to speak? You have to signal that you're about to speak.
Is
This
using
is,
now. Using now, right?
yeah. Particularly when you're talking to a crowd of people or you're trying to get order in the place. You really are giving a strong signal that everyone should shut up.
Right now, no. No,
Not right now. If it's not obvious, I'll tell you, because it might not be obvious. Okay, take a look. It's this.
Now then.
Yeah, like this. Now then. What I want to say is, now then. And the emphasis is on the now. So I
Now.
think,
Now
now
then.
then. That's
Now
it.
then. That means
That means shut up. Listen to me.
yeah, okay. It's like a command.
Yeah, basically. It means be quiet, I'm about to speak. This is something that you might do if you're in a position of authority, like a police officer about to read charges. Now then, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Now then.
Okay.
It can be used in other occasions too, but anyway, that's where we often hear it. So take a look at those three at the bottom and tell me, how could you use those expressions? What word could you replace with one of those word web expressions? Like number one, do you want me to do it straight away or can it wait? Can you use a now expression in that sentence? Can you replace one of those expressions with a now expression? Not sure?
Not sure.
Okay, look at straight away. That's the word that's the expression I want you to replace. Another way to say straight away.
Straight away is now then.
Not now then. Now then means shut up. I want to do it, shut up. No, doesn't work.
No.
When do I want to do it? Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it now or do I want to do it occasionally? What am I asking about? Am I asking to do it now while we're speaking or am I asking to do it occasionally someday?
Okay, it's like
You're not sure.
no, I'm not sure, John.
Okay, we'll come back to it because I think you're not getting the gist of straight away. But don't worry, we'll go back to it in just a second. Look at number two and see if we can do this through a process of elimination. So, everyone, listen carefully. I have news for you.
It's now then.
Good. And so it would be like this. Instead of so, we could use now then. Now then, everybody, listen carefully. I have news for you. Now then and listen carefully mean the same thing, but it's the connector word so that you're going to replace. Now then, everyone, listen carefully. Okay, and look at number three. I bump into her in town occasionally, but not that often.
It's every now and then. No.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I bump into her in town every now and then, but not that often. So if three is every now and then, and two is now then, number one must be
here and now.
Here and now. So try it. Let's hear how it sounds.
Yes, here and now.
Try the sentence. Let's try it out with here and now. Let's hear how it sounds. Do you want me?
Do you want me to do it straight away?
Oh, forget about straight away.
No.
Replace it.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it right away, or here now, or can it wait?
That's exactly right. You could use either. Do you want me to do it here and now, or do you want me to do it right now? Both of those would be acceptable. All right, so you have passed the test. Those are the key expressions. Oh my God, what's this? I didn't realize there's another one. Hold on. Wait a second.
Yes.
Which expressions contain the following words? Oh, I forgot all about this one. Look at that. Give me just a second here. Oh, why did I forget about this? Okay, but that's okay. We can take a look. Let's take a look. So here's a keyword. What I want you to do is I want you to reconstruct the phrase and say the phrase, and then we're going to use the phrases you reconstruct in a little speaking activity. So the keyword is comes. What is the phrase you're trying to remember?
Comes with comes.
Mm-hmm. Think back.
Yeah, come to think of it.
Come to think of it. Was that one of our key expressions? It's okay, it's a good expression, but was that one of our key expressions from earlier? Let's take a look. We had come to think of it. Oh, you're right, it was. I forgot about it. You know what? Good answer. I have forgot all about that. So let's go back here. Come to think of it. Okay. There's actually a second one you could use, which is when it comes to. That's the one that I was thinking of. Come to think of it. Okay, what I want you to do, well, first, let's figure out the key phrases. Then you're going to go back and you're going to complete a sentence using the phrase that you chose. Okay, we're going to turn that into a kind of a conversation. So luck. What's one that comes to mind for luck?
Luck. Well, we didn't see any expression with luck, but...
Oh, we did. We certainly did. In the very first slide, yeah.
Okay, let me see him. That luck.
Remember, it means because of bad luck.
Yes. Oh, yes. It's as luck would have it.
As luck would have it. That's it. Number 3 is fails. And remember, this is to say if we have no other choice. Another way to say if we have no other choice.
Yes, if all else fails.
If all else fails. Remember, you're using your memory. You're not cheating, right?
No, I'm not. Promise.
Number 4.
Number 4 is information, but it's okay.
It's okay, but I'm here. I'm going to give you little clues. Number 4 is worst. And remember I said in American English we can do this without the. British English we have a the.
If worst comes to worst.
Very good. If worst comes to worst is correct. Number 5 is far. And this means it's my opinion. If you're asking me, in other words, I'm telling you my opinion, but you didn't ask me. I'm just giving it to you.
As far as I'm concerned.
Good. As far as I'm concerned. You didn't ask me, but as far as I'm concerned. Good. And number 6 is thing. And this has to do with being distracted because you have so many things going on in your life.
Yes, it's what with one thing and another.
And another, correct.
What with one thing and another. What with one thing and another. Okay.
What with one thing and another.
What with one thing? Oh, TTT. What with one thing? What with one thing and another? What with one thing and another? What with one thing and another?
Very good, very good. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's try some of these expressions out. We're going to have a little conversation, but we're going to do it with a little bit of random word sneak. Word sneak, which is an old game, but it was made popular on this late night talk show where they like to play games. You're going to choose, it says choose one of the keywords from each of the pages of the unit that has vocabulary. Okay, I'm going to change the directions for this because here you're going to use your keywords not as, we're not really doing vocabulary in the normal sense. You're going to use your keywords, your expressions, to have the conversation. But we're going to do a little word sneak where I'm going to give you words that are not related directly to anything we've been learning. They're indirect. We're going to do a little brainstorming. And what we're going to have to do is you have to sneak the word that I give you into the conversation without sounding unnatural. That's actually how word sneak works. And to sound natural, you're going to use any of the key phrases. Actually, I'll probably give you a key phrase as well that you have to use. So word sneak is I sneak in a vocabulary word. In this case, it's going to be one word and one phrase. As you can see, you'll have a conversation with your partner, but you have to say whatever word he or she gives you when it's your turn. To add to the fun, we'll add some of our own random vocabulary in a little brainstorming activity. There's a little example at the bottom. Let's imagine that the unit word was breakdown. Let's imagine that the random word was octopus, because I could say, let's think of some animals. And the first animal is octopus. So, to play word sneak, you're going to have to introduce breakdown into your sentence, and I'm going to have to introduce octopus into mine. And then we'll switch. And here's the example. You say, yeah, my car broke down. What can I do? Person B, that would be me. Well, you can start by relaxing. I mean, you're waving your hands like some sort of crazy octopus. You've got to use both words in the dialogue. Okay, so let's do a little brainstorming right now to see if we can make this work. Are you ready for some brainstorming? We're gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Okay, so let's think of 3 categories of words. That's the first thing we're going to do. 3 types of words. Let's do one example together. I said animals already, right? Let's take one category as animals. Give me, I want you, don't tell me, I want you to write these down. Don't tell me what your animals are, but I want you to choose 2 animals for your animal category, okay? You choose 2 animals.
Okay.
Okay, you write them down. I'm going to do the same. If my, can I not write these down? Sorry. Okay, so, oh, sorry, what's happening? Really? It's not going to let me write anything down? No, false. Okay. Okay, good. Now, you choose a category, and I have to choose 2 words. We're both always going to choose 2 words. So give me a second category. Animals was my category. What's your category?
My category is going to be colors, maybe.
Colors?
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, fine. That's going to be an adjective. So you're going to have to use colors with one of the other keywords. But okay, let's do it.
Or maybe, okay, or nouns, maybe. Okay, let me change another.
Better be nouns, it's better.
Nouns, yes. Okay, yes, furniture.
Furniture, very, very good. Okay. Okay, got that one, and I've got, okay, got it. Problem is I don't know how to spell my furniture words. I have to look them up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to try to sneak in our word sneak words to each other. So give me just a second here. Give me just a minute. There's that one. That's why I have to just make sure I got this spelling right. Sorry, my computer is kind of frozen. Oh my God, I can't. I have to change the word. Give me a second. How about, okay, I'll have to make it easy. Okay, fine, I got it. Okay, I got my words now. Let me just, okay. So what we're gonna do is this. We're gonna start a conversation. I'm gonna give you a key phrase from the unit, and I'm gonna give you a key word for each sentence that we try the dialogue. Okay? So we'll see if we can do this quickly. You are going to do the same back to me. Okay? So.
Okay.
Here is your key phrase. Give me a second. You'll see it in the the normal verbling chat because we only have you and me. And okay, so at the same time when I say go, right, you're going to send me your key phrase that I have to use, and you're going to send me your first key word. Okay? And I'm going to put your name, I'm going to put JC so you know which ones are going to you. You put JE for me. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Go. Where's mine? I don't see mine.
No, I don't see yours.
In the verbling chat.
In the verbling? Yes, I'm in the verbling.
You don't see anything in the verbling chat? Okay,
yes,
never
yes,
mind.
Yes.
Never mind, I'll put it. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. So
if all else fails, bear.
Okay. So when it's my turn to speak, you need to paste in my phrase and my keyword. Okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if you follow how this works. And we're 3 minutes over time, and I've got to start the next class, but let's try it. Let's try it. So you have to start the conversation, and you've got to work in those two words, that phrase and that keyword into the conversation. When it's my turn to respond, you've got to give me my two words, my phrase and my keyword. Okay? So you start the conversation.
Okay, John. Well, it's a very cloudy day, but if all else fails, the thing we need to do is just to visit the bears here in this countryside. Or what do you think about that?
Okay, good. Give me my phrases, and I'm going to have to use them to answer you.
If all else fails?
No, give me two more.
Okay.
What? Give me two. More. Give me yours, and I have to use them to respond. That's how the game works.
When it comes to chair, for example.
When it comes to, and the second word is chair?
Chair, yes.
Ah, very good. Okay, very good. So my answer would be, oh, you want to go see the bears? Interesting. Well, you know, when it comes to observing bears, there's nothing better than bringing a nice, comfortable armchair out into the woods so you can relax and watch the bears. Usually they're...
Okay, go on. I like it.
Now you understand.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. We'll do this better next time, because the problem is I got to start the next class, Giancarlo, but we'll do it better next time.
Yeah, John. Yes, sure.
I'll find a way to make this happen tomorrow. I don't know. I have to think about it. We'll find a way to make it happen. Okay. You now know how to do word sneak. Oh, no. Friday. Friday is my language games. We'll do word sneak on Friday, now that you understand how it works. Okay? So I have to start the next class right now. Don't forget, I'll be back for 2 hours tomorrow for hot topics in the first class and the second business class, where we're going to take all of our vocabulary and use it in an exciting way from Monday's class. So that'll be from 12 to 2 GMT tomorrow. Okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now, Giancarlo.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
And don't forget,
see you
Friday for Word Sneak. Friday for Word Sneak. We'll do it on Friday. Bye-bye.
I'll see here. Thank you. Bye bye.